A couple outside Pittsburgh did everything right. 14 oil changes, 2 sets of brakes, 2 sets of tires, every receipt saved in a folder, the way you're supposed to. Then the engine in their Kia Optima died at 80,000 miles, and the warranty claim came back denied. Not because they skipped an oil change. They didn't skip anything. It was denied because the receipts didn't have the mileage written on them. That's it. That's what cost them an engine. They only got it covered because a TV station picked up the story and called Kia. But what about everybody without a news crew on their side? So today, 7 mistakes that can cost you your coverage. You've probably made a couple. I have too. And number 1 can wipe out your entire warranty in a single afternoon. First, something you need to understand, because most videos get this wrong. There's a difference between voiding your warranty and denying a claim. Voiding means the whole thing is dead, forever. That's rare. Denying a claim means your coverage is still alive. They just won't pay for this one repair. That's the everyday version. 6 things on this list get a claim denied. Only 1 truly voids your warranty. That's number 1. And if nobody ever told you a receipt needs your mileage on it, hit that like button. That one detail is worth more than most of the advice out there. Number 7. Taking your car to a shop that won't work with your warranty company. If you bought one of those extended warranties you see on TV, you remember the promise. Use any repair shop you want. Problem is, plenty of shops won't touch those contracts. So people go to their own mechanic and pay out of pocket, figuring they'll get paid back. That's usually not how it works. The Federal Trade Commission sued CarShield over this. They found many customers could not use the shop of their choice because a lot of shops don't accept those contracts. CarShield agreed to pay $10 million in 2024. So call your warranty company before anything breaks and ask which shops near you actually take it. Never pay first, hoping to get paid back. Number 6. Pulling more than your vehicle is built to pull. This one's for anybody with a camper, a boat, or a trailer. Ford's warranty book says they don't cover damage from misuse, and they list overloading by name. Honda says the same. The damage doesn't show up that weekend. It shows up 2 summers later as a transmission that won't hold a gear. And a transmission runs around $5,800 to $6,300 on average now. On a bigger truck, it can pass $15,000. Go look at the sticker inside your driver's door. That's your limit. And if you tow at all, you're on the severe schedule. More frequent fluid changes. Keep those receipts. Number 5. Letting a quick oil change place put the wrong stuff in your car. Using an independent shop is fine. That's not the mistake. The fluid is. Honda's warranty book says they don't cover failures caused by low fluid or a fluid other than what Honda specifies. Ford says the same and puts it on you. Your job is making sure the materials meet their specs. That 10-minute shop that's half the price, nobody at that counter is going to ask what your car needs. And when an engine goes, you're looking at $2,600 to $6,500 on a mid-size car. So find the exact oil and fluid your car takes, write it on a card, and keep it in the glove box. Hand it over at every service. Number 4. Driving it anyway after the light comes on. You know this feeling? The temperature gauge climbs, or that oil light flickers, and you think, I'm 20 minutes from home, I'll make it. Nobody wants to sit on the shoulder waiting for a tow truck. I get it. But this is the most expensive instinct there is. The part that failed first might have been covered. The damage you caused driving it home is not. California's insurance department lists it as a standard exclusion. Driving on after a warning light. Red light means stop now. Yellow means get it looked at this week, not next season. A tow costs a couple $100. The drive home can cost you $6,000. Now, before the last 3, let me clear up 3 things you've been told that aren't true. 1. Using an independent mechanic does not void your warranty. The FTC says it flat out. It is illegal for a dealer to deny your coverage just because somebody else did your routine maintenance. Honda says it in their own warranty book. Service at a Honda dealer is not mandatory for continued coverage. Use anybody you want. You just can't skip the paperwork. 2. Aftermarket parts and non-dealer oil don't void it either. There's a federal law from 1975 called the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. A company can't force you to buy their branded parts unless they hand them to you free. And before a dealer refuses a repair over an aftermarket part, they have to prove that part caused the failure. That's a much higher bar than people think. Number 3. Letting the shop start work before the warranty company says yes. This one catches good people constantly because it's not how a dealership works. With an extended contract, the shop has to call and get an approval number before they touch anything. I pulled up one of these contracts. In capital letters it says, "No claims will be paid without prior authorization." Then it says something most people never read until it's too late. You are responsible for paying for any teardown and diagnosis needed to figure out whether the failure is even covered. Read that again. If they turn you down, you still pay to take it apart. On an engine, that's 9 to 20 hours of labor. So the second something breaks, one phone call before the wrench turns. Number 2, doing everything right and having nothing that proves it. This is the Kia couple. And it's the most common warranty disaster in America. Because here's what almost nobody knows. Your receipt has to prove which car it was for. Honda spells it out. They want receipts showing the odometer mileage and the date the car was serviced. Kia wanted the amount of oil, the filter, the date, and the mileage. Those Pittsburgh folks had 14 oil changes documented. Their receipts just didn't carry the VIN or the mileage. Denied. And Hyundai's own instructions to dealers show how this plays out. When they suspect neglect, the dealer asks for every oil change receipt and the customer gets 10 business days to find them. 10 days to dig up paperwork from 4 years ago. Denied. So from today on, every receipt needs 4 things: the date, the mileage, the car, and what was done. Ask the shop to write the mileage on it before you walk out. And number 1, keeping a car the insurance company already totaled. Here's how it happens. Hail comes through, or water gets in, or there's a wreck you walk away from. The insurance company declares it a total loss and offers you a check. Then they offer you a choice. Take a smaller check and keep the car. It still drives fine. It's a dented roof. Sounds like a smart deal. Nobody in that conversation mentions your warranty, because the moment that total loss is declared, your factory warranty is finished. Not one claim, all of it. Powertrain, bumper to bumper, everything, for as long as that car exists. This is the only place in a warranty book where you'll see this word. Ford writes that a vehicle determined to be a total loss by an insurance company, I'm quoting, "This will void the new vehicle limited warranty." Same for anything branded salvage, flood, or rebuilt. Honda says it too. And notice the wording, any vehicle that has ever been declared a total loss. It follows that car forever. So if your insurance company ever says total loss or buyback, ask one question before you sign. Does this end my factory warranty? Get it in writing. All right, let's wrap this up. 5 things, and you can do them all this week. Make your receipts count. Date, mileage, the car, the work. Start one folder and put every receipt in it. Learn your 2 numbers, your oil spec and your tow rating. If you've got a service contract, call before the shop starts. And if you're ever denied, ask for the reason in writing. Then take it up the ladder, service manager, then the manufacturer's customer line. If that fails, there's free arbitration called BBB Autoline. Accept their decision, and the manufacturer has to honor it. Not a lawyer, and this isn't legal advice. It's just what the warranty books actually say. Now do me one favor. Tonight, before you forget, Go open your glove box, find your warranty book, find your receipts. Start that folder. 5 minutes that could save you $6,000. All right, if this helped, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. I read these warranty books, so you don't have to. And the next time a manufacturer quietly changes what they'll cover, you'll hear it here first, and I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 has happened to you or somebody in your family? Tell me the brand and what they said. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of that folder.